everybody, welcome back to Talk With Nia. So we have to talk about Angela Yee. So Angela Yee speaks about her feelings when it came to being the only female while hosting the Breakfast Club. Listen to what she had to say.
And I wasn't even there when they interviewed Azealia Banks. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do? But I also feel like, sometimes I would feel like I got it harder than he did for something that he said. And so I also want to make it clear that we're all three individuals. Yeah. You say what you say, feel how you feel, and I do too. But it's hard because people affiliate you with the whole group. Yeah. And that was part of why I really wanted to have my own show, because now what happens, I'm accountable for that.
Now, a lot of people responded to this, and it wasn't in favor of Angela Yee. DJ Envy, who was also her co-host, they were on the show together, he had said, that's just not true. There's plenty of women that work behind the scenes. And he did an interview about it saying this.
He reflected on her time at the show and talked about being the only woman working on the Breakfast Club show. What's your reaction?
I mean, she was. It was her, Charlamagne, and myself, so she was the only woman on air. But behind the scenes, there was so many different, our boss, the actual person that pays our bills and pays our checks and hires us, is Thea Mitchum, a Hampton University graduate, by the way, who's a woman. There's a bunch of women there. I think she misspoke. I think words were taken out of technicality, and I'm sure she'll clean that up. But there's a lot of women that work on that show. We can go from Taylor, who's a producer now, to Sydney, to Samantha, to Claudia was a producer, Sasha was a producer. There was a lot of women on there. There was a lot of diverse people on there. But, I'm glad that she has her own show. She's doing well. I'm excited for her. We come on early. She comes on right after us. So, it's like anything else. Sometimes, it's no problems, no beef, nothing like that. But I just felt like, she didn't, I guess her comments and the things that she said were taken out of character and taken out of what they really meant.
Yeah, I know that you made some online comments that, really rebuff, like, oh no, that's not true. And now people are taking that and running with it on social media. So you want to clear up on your relationship or anything? Where does that stand? Or have y'all talked about it?
No, I ain't gonna clear up. It's what it is. It's the truth. It's honesty. You can be honest with all your friends. It doesn't mean I don't like somebody or they don't like me. It's like, you say something foul to me, I can say something foul to you back. It is what it is. Or you say something right to me, I'm gonna say something right to you back. I look at it like this. It's bigger than the Breakfast Club. It's bigger than Way Up With Yee. It's bigger than all that. You're talking Power 105.1, which is our home station. And my brother Clue is there. My brother Self is there. And, sometimes we argue with each other or we say things that we don't like and we say it, we keep it moving.
True.
Now, Erica Mena also stepped in and said, is this the same woman who helped DJ Shrimp play along in living a double life once upon a time? One of the few at the time that actually knew the truth of him being married. She would be hanging with us knowing I was absolutely unaware that he was indeed married. Now, this got put out there a long time ago with Erica Mena and DJ Envy having a thing while he was married. So I guess she is still not letting that whole thing go. Little Mama also hopped in and said, oh, please. She was up there playing foul games too. She has helped make multiple women of color especially feel like the only woman in that room numerous of times. Now, if you guys do not remember the interview with Lil Mama on the Breakfast Club, definitely go watch that. Because, that was a cringy one. Now, Angela Yee decided to respond back to everybody that had something to say. And this is what she had to say about it. Usually I don't comment or go back and forth with people, but there's too much spinning in the room referred to the people in the studio, the producer, board op, videographer, and host. Yes, they are men. That doesn't mean that there are amazing women who are execs, salespeople, interns, and in other departments. I've said this on many occasions, that it can be hard when your viewpoint is different based on your experience. I didn't anticipate that this would cause such a firestorm. Everyone texted me, are you okay? Which I appreciate. And I don't normally take the time to over-explain because it drags things out even more, but that's all. So that is what she had to say about it. Let me know what you think about that whole situation. Now, let's move on to Ice Spice. So Ice Spice was recently seen having, some time out with North West and Kim Kardashian. But it looks like Ice Spice is also being considered for a Bratz doll. The Bratz company posted like a mock-up doll of Ice Spice with the caption, "The Boy's a Liar Part 2." And Ice Spice commented with fire emojis. And then the Bratz company told her to have her people call their people, so she may have a doll coming out soon. Now, speaking of Ice Spice, she did a performance, but apparently she was having issues with the mic or something. There was a few issues with performances that we're going to get into in a bit. Now, there were a lot of performances that happened. SZA was on tour, and she brought out Cardi B at her Madison Square Garden show, and Cardi B performed. The City Girls performed at Rolling Loud, and also released a snippet of a new song called Pinata. Did y'all hear the snippet? What did you think? Because the City Girls are clearly coming with new music. Now, speaking of the City Girls, Young Miami explains why she doesn't want to get married. Listen to this.
I don't want to get married. I don't want to get married because I feel like men are not faithful, and if I get married, that means I'm giving my life away to you. So that means like I want to be with you for the rest of my life. And if I take everything personal, that's for one. So if I'm with you and you step out on me and you know, like I'm never going to forgive you. I might forgive but don't forget. Okay, I'm not going to forgive you. I would never forget. And I just feel like if my husband cheat on me, I'm going to kill him. Like, I'm going to bury you. For real. Because, like, now you embarrass me. I'm hurt. I'm never going to get over it. And, like, now I can never look at you the same. So.
Now, moving on. Sweetie also performed at Rolling Loud, and people were trying to see if her performance skills got better or not. And then Lil Baby also performed, but he was at the Kids' Choice Awards, which left a lot of people confused about why he would be booked to perform at a Kids' Choice Awards. You know, people just didn't think he's kid-friendly. All right. Now, Nicki Minaj also performed and joined Lil Wayne during his Rolling Loud set. But during her performance, there was apparently issues with the DJ and the music. Watch this.
Why so upbeat? Stop! Why so? Is it upbeat or is it just in my ear?
Now, speaking of Nicki Minaj, I'm sure you all have heard that Nicki has her own record label now, and she has signed a few artists. So I'm excited for what's to come for her artists. Now, in other news, Lola Brooke and Billy B are performing together now. The two are on stage performing their song Don't Play With It, and I'm glad to see it, especially after all of the social media hype over a potential beef between the two and Lola always performing the song by herself. Now, let's go back to Cardi B, because Cardi B clapped back at the franchise owners who were upset about the Cardi B and Offset meal. Remember we talked about that? Some people felt that it didn't represent McDonald's family values, okay? Now, Cardi B says still one of the collabs that brought them the most revenue. Go get you a McWhop, all right? So she does not care what they have to say. Now, lastly, I wanted to talk about Doechii. Remember we talked about how someone said that Doechii should open up for Beyonce for the Renaissance Tour? Now, Doechii released a freestyle to Beyonce's song, America Has a Problem. And after listening to this, do you think Doechii should open for Beyonce? I mean, we spoke about this last week, but that would be so dope for her, especially listening to this freestyle. I'll play a small snippet.
Too much, ho, don't do too much. Pulling up the Magic City in a Uber. Pocket started in a motherfucking Uber.
All right, and that is all I have for today. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.